Hello again. This is another in a series of videos brought to you by San Diego Defenders. The topic of today's video is, should I take a blood or a breath test? You're out one night with friends, had a couple drinks, and now you're driving home. Suddenly you see the lights behind you and you're being pulled over. You're out of the car doing field sobriety tests, and the next thing you know, you're being handcuffed and arrested for a DUI. As an attorney who's represented people in DUI cases for over 16 years, often friends and people I meet ask me, should I do a blood or a breath test? California law requires that you do one or the other. And California law requires that the police officer give you the choice between a blood or a breath test. Understand, if you refuse to take either of these tests, your license is going to be gone for at least a year. They're going to do a forcible blood draw, which means they either have several officers hold you down on the floor while they forcibly take your blood, or they handcuff you to a chair, stick a piece of PVC pipe between your arms and your chair so you can't move, and then forcibly take the blood from you. To top it off, after this brutal treatment, the jury in your case will then be told you refused, and that indicates you knew you were guilty. It also makes the punishment much worse for a DUI. So there's no upside to refusing to take a chemical test. Another important thing to understand is you may be asked to blow on a machine before being arrested. This is a handheld breath test, sometimes called a PAS test. PAS stands for Preliminary Alcohol Screening Device. Unless you are under 21 or on probation for a DUI, in which case you're required to take this test if asked by the police officer, you should never take this test. The field breath testing machine is very imprecise, oftentimes reach much higher than your actual BAC, and is simply giving the police and the prosecutor more evidence to use against you when they take you to court. Having said that, after you're arrested, the police officer is supposed to give you the choice between a blood or a breath test. What I tell my friends is this: if you've had nothing to drink, or only one drink, one beer, one small glass of wine, then take the blood test. It's more accurate, and it'll show that you're not anywhere close to the legal limit. But if you've had more than one drink, or if you've been drinking mixed drinks where it's almost impossible to know exactly how much alcohol is in them, take the breath test. The breath test is simply an extrapolation based on what's in your lung air. Extrapolating is to determine what is possibly in your blood. There are a number of problems with these machines, and it will give your lawyer more ammunition to attack the test results if and when you're brought to court. Thanks very much, and we hope this is useful.